Thomas and Friends, making tracks to great destinations.
Dear Christopher, here is your friend Thomas the Tank Engine. He wanted to come out of his station yard and see the world. These stories tell you how he did it. I hope you will like them because you helped me to make them. Your loving Daddy.
The island also has lots and lots of railway lines. Who's that puffing down the track? It's Thomas! Hello, Thomas! Hello, everybody! Welcome to the island of Sodor. Today, on the island of Sodor, we'll see a special delivery arriving at Brendam Docks. Then see Toby visiting his favorite windmill. Then watch Henry taking care of his favorite tree. But first, Sir Topham Hatt has a special for Thomas to collect. Sometimes when Thomas is thinking, he puffs out a cloud of steam. Look carefully at the shape Thomas makes with his steam. Thomas is thinking about one of his friends. Whose shape is that? This friend has a long tail at the back. And what are these on top? They're rotor blades. Thomas is thinking about Harold the helicopter. Now Thomas is thinking again. What shape is his steam making this time? Thomas is thinking about a person. Whose shape is that? They've got a round body, and they're wearing a kind of hat. Who wears a top hat? Sir Topham Hatt. Thomas is thinking about Sir Topham Hatt. Thomas is thinking again. What shape will his steam make this time? Thomas is thinking about a place. What place is this shape? It has a curved roof and lots of arches. Of course, Thomas is thinking about his favorite place. Home. It's Tidmouth Sheds. Well done, Thomas. Toby's Windmill. There are many beautiful places on the island of Sodor. The engines love the pretty watermill, the peaceful canals, and the castle on the lake. Toby's favorite place is the old windmill. The windmill is worn. It cannot make much flour now. Toby loves to watch the sails go round. And the miller is his friend. Good morning, Toby. One day, Toby was collecting a load of flour to take to the market. But he was so busy watching the windmill sails that he forgot to look where he was going. All the flour was ruined, and the miller was upset. If I can't sell my flour, I'll have to shut down the windmill. I'm sorry, sighed Toby. Harvey arrived to put the trucks back onto the track. Toby was sad. What will the miller do if his mill shuts down? It's a shame, said his driver, but we must hurry, Toby. There's a storm on the way. Toby couldn't sleep that night. It wasn't the thunder and lightning that kept him awake. He was still worrying about the miller. That stormy night, the old windmill was struck by lightning. The next morning, Toby chuffed carefully along his branch line. The storm had torn trees from the ground, and the farm buildings had been damaged. Then Toby saw the most shocking sight of all. "The windmill is broken," he cried. "This means the end of my business," said the miller sadly. "I can't afford the timber to make the repairs." Toby really wanted to help. There must be a way. Suddenly, his driver saw a fallen tree ahead. Harvey and Terence were clearing the track. Sir Topham Hatt was cross. "This storm has caused confusion and delay. Remove this tree immediately." But Toby had an idea. "Please, sir, the windmill has been broken. The wood from this tree can mend it and make it work again." "A splendid idea," agreed Sir Topham Hatt. Toby proudly took the tree to the miller. The miller was delighted. "Now we can build our windmill back up again. It will be good as new." Toby watched as the work began. It took a long time. But at last, the windmill was completed. Sir Topham Hatt was most impressed. The miller was grateful. "Thank you, Toby. Your idea saved my windmill." Toby beamed happily. Now the windmill produces more flour than ever before. And Toby makes twice as many deliveries to the market. He never tires of watching the sales go round. And he is very proud that the miller now calls it Toby's Windmill. Thomas, Edward, and James each have a load to pull today. Each load is a different shape. Thomas's load is narrow. Edward's load is wide. And James's load is tall. Each engine has to find the right route. Who will go through this narrow tunnel? Will it be Edward? What shape is Edward's load? Edward's load is wide. A wide load won't fit through a narrow tunnel. What about Thomas? What shape is Thomas's load? Thomas's load is narrow. Will a narrow load fit through a narrow tunnel? Yes, Thomas's load is just the right shape. Here's an iron bridge. This bridge is very wide. Who will go over this bridge? What about James? What shape is James's load? James's load is tall. A tall load will not fit over this bridge. What about Edward? What shape is his load? Edward's load is wide. Will a wide load fit over a wide bridge? Yes, Edward's load is just the right shape. Here's another bridge. What shape is James's load? James's load is tall. His tall load is just the right shape. James has no problems going over this bridge. 3 engines with 3 different shaped loads. And they all found the right route. Well done, all of you.